do you think Arsenal is going into this January signing to sign somebody that will come in and make an impact for them? Right? Is this a time for Arsenal to be like, we're signing Ivan Toney? I'm coming in to make this impact. We need some new people.
Talking about the title race now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Signing a striker might not really help us now.
Mm.
Ateta needs to go and sit down, or even call Guardiola and say, boss,
Give me some tips.
boss, I know you are my boss, but I need some help.
Yeah.
Right? You've done
Yeah.
this before.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah.
Because Guardiola has faced the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He faced the same thing in Barca,
Mm-hmm.
where he was becoming like everybody knew, oh, tiki taka, he'll play like this. Even in front of the box, he just keep passing.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He changed things when he went to Bayern Munich.
Mm.
In Bayern Munich, they were complaining about his tactics. He changed it, spiced it up. He went on, he won 4 league titles, I think, in Bayern also. Came to Man City, he's changed his tactics like 2 or 3, even like four times now. He's changed his style of play. He's the one that started, and I don't know if it was him or Klopp that started this inverted winger stuff, inverted the left back. Either it's him or Klopp.
I think it was him.
So you see, he doesn't even use that anymore.
No.
He now use defender.
Yeah.
Into the midfield, inverted, right?
Yeah.
They call it the John Stones role.
Yeah. John Stones steps up. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's even in the front now. He's changing. He uses. There are some games you see him and he uses 4 attackers, like 4 people in your box, 4 attackers in itself. Yeah. So it's not just 3 striker, winger. It's 4 people attacking you, and the rest are back. Rodri on his own. Yeah. You have the rest. So he's changed things a lot, right? So that's what Arteta needs to do. Yeah. Right? I'm beginning to think, it just means thinking, Arteta might not have the know-how to win the league for now. I don't know. I might be wrong. So,
wow. I mean,
Una Emery might even be more equipped than him. Do you get? And you know the funny thing about this title race? Yeah. Tottenham is someone we've not spoken of.
Yeah. But you're right. Una Emery has the team. They have a 9, right? They are more.
They even have a better bench than Arsenal.
They have a bench, right?
Better bench than Arsenal.
Yeah. Arsenal definitely lack the depth, right? Because this was something I mentioned. I mentioned, okay, what happens when Saliba is injured? Right? We say striker. What happens when Saliba is injured? What happens when Declan Rice cannot play? Right? Declan Rice doesn't play, you have to play Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is injured right now.
Not
right?
Thomas Partey, Jorginho is who they will play.
Oh, sorry, Jorginho.
You've forgotten Georgie.
Oh, I almost forgot Jorginho. The former Chelsea boy. Okay.
Same old thing, side to side passing.
Yeah, Jorginho, right?
That's what he's going to come and play.
If Saliba is injured again, like last season he was injured, right? If he's out injured again, then what happens?
Cedric.
Right. They need to build a proper depth. And I think, speaking of tactics, I think maybe Arsenal just needs to be more direct. I think they have the quality to just be direct, you know?
He needs to stop all this short passing.
Just be more direct. Yeah.
The problem with Arsenal, like I mentioned in the last podcast, was the short passing is too much. They should think of longer passes.
Yeah.
Right? Longer passes is what he should focus on.
Those passes that break the line and just
longer passes to Saka, longer passes to Martinelli. Longer, like, it mustn't be to the person beside you.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I'm tired of seeing that.
Yeah.
Tottenham, what do you think of Tottenham? So far, they've impressed me.
What's the call?
5 or 6 games ago, they were 10 points behind us now. Now, I think it's just 1 point.
Yeah, just 1 point.
It's 1 point. They are 39. Yeah. And 3 points off the top.
3 points off the top, yeah, as it stands.
So, Tottenham as it is now. Funny thing, that man, he knows how to win titles. I hope you know.
Yeah, he does. I think it's very impressive. Like, and Postecoglou is a coach, right? He's good, right? Yeah. This is not a thing of like, oh, injury list is killing Newcastle, right? Eddie Howe is struggling.
But
right,
he doesn't know what to do anymore.
He doesn't even know how he's going to put. They play the same people in and out. He's using young boys. They don't even know how to do set up, right? But Postecoglou is still playing exactly what he wants to play, regardless of the injuries.
Injured.
I'm playing exactly the same way. I will keep my high line. If you like beat me, sure, I would take it. I'll take it. I'll take the loss. I'll learn from it. I'll move on to that. I'll move on.
But you know the difference between Tottenham, Postecoglou's team, and Arsenal. Do you know one key difference?
What's the difference?
Mentality. Postecoglou always talks about this thing. Even in his post press conference, he say, I don't feel we when they lose, say, I don't feel we had the mental strength. We lacked the self-belief. He always talk about self-belief, mentality. And if you look at the way Tottenham play, the Man City game that they came back, it just feels like even at 88 minutes, Arsenal, Tottenham, even if they are losing,
they still believe, right?
Brighton, they were 4-0 down.
They could have come back in the game.
Thank you.
They could have come back in the game.
Mentality. Yeah. So the what he's put into them, apart from the pattern of play and style of play, right, is the mentality to keep going, mental strength.
That mentality is true, even for a team
in this Fulham's game. That's what one of the things Arsenal lacked. Mental strength. Just felt like
top teams always have a mindset.
They've scored
Manchester City, Liverpool.
Even Man City, you're leading them 2-0. Don't sleep.
Even United coming back in the Aston Villa game was more mental, right? It was more mental than you think, right?
Yeah.
So Arsenal, they really need to dig deep and have that mental strength to come back in games. But it's difficult, right? It's a difficult task.
It's Cedric on the bench.
It's a difficult task. Me as if I'm Arteta going into January, I'm looking for that depth. Right? I'm looking for people that can replace people. Right? If I'm taking out somebody, the person I'm bringing in should be just as good.
So what you need him to buy? How many players now? 3 players.
It's not going to be easy. But coming in, I'm thinking I'm getting 3 players in January. In summer, I'm thinking I'm getting more people in summer because that depth is necessary. I'm selling off people. I'm bringing in people. That's what he needs to do right now. Sell Smith Rowe. Sell these boys. That you build a squad, right? Sell some of these boys.
Liverpool. What do you think of the title race now? Do you think Klopp is slack? Klopp does he always takes advantage.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think of Klopp?
So the thing is this: we need to understand the impact that Liverpool has done in 2023, right? Liverpool since April 2023, they've only lost 1 game, right? This is Klopp at his best, right? So they've not been beaten at home, and we've only lost 1 game. The last time somebody beat us at home was Real Madrid, right? I've said this before. So the thing with Klopp is coming from a very bad last season. The goal for this season is not even necessarily the title, right? We've gone unnoticed until now. People are like, we're top of the table. Everyone is talking about Liverpool being top of the table, but Liverpool has really been under the radar in that top 4 up until now, right? And the goal was just, let's get back on track. We're transitioning. We're getting new boys into the midfield. Let's just come back to top 4, go back to Champions League, and just get our squad back to the level at which it was at. And then now we can start challenging for stuff. But surprisingly, the people we've brought in and with the way we are playing, we're doing so well, right? A lot of the things that's taking Liverpool through games is the mindset. Like you said, we're like the comeback kings in the league, right? We're losing 1-0, 2-0.
Liverpool are actually the comeback kings of this league.
We're losing 1-0, 2-0. We don't care. We try to find a way to get back into games, right? I think now it's tougher. It's tough, right? It's going to be tough for teams to just like find a way to climb Liverpool. If Liverpool keep picking up points at this pace, I think it will be hard for.
What is Liverpool's next 5 games?
So Liverpool plays Newcastle. I have to check that. I know Liverpool plays Newcastle tomorrow. So Monday, Liverpool plays Newcastle. Liverpool plays. Let me see. I have to check.
I'm not sure. It depends on. You see, that's what I'm saying. I said of Man City. I said when Man City comes back, right? I mentioned this. I said they need to win their next 3 games.
Yeah, we play Newcastle, Bournemouth, and Chelsea, so that's quite tough.
You are beating us again.
It's tough.
We might take points off you people.
It's tough. Nkunku is back. It's tough.
We are going to take points off you guys.
The funny thing is, I don't mind drawing the Chelsea game, right? I don't mind drawing the Chelsea game. I just want to pick up points. Newcastle, Bournemouth. I don't mind drawing Chelsea. Me and Chelsea have a long history of draws. It's okay. We can draw and move on. But the thing is, just don't lose. Draw when necessary and pick up.
But it's Anfield, right?
It's Anfield, right? It's Anfield.
Anyway, Chelsea's away from these days has not been
But
really
you can't
good.
say, right? We can Kuba, Obama playing like star boy. I don't know. Obama is on fire these days. I don't know.
They call him Code Palmer.
Code Palmer is killing teams, man. I can't trust that boy. So it's a bit tough. I think for Liverpool, they should just remove the pressure. That's the thing. Just play your game.
But do you think Tottenham are in this title race?
Yeah, I think this title race is open. Let me tell you why it's open. Right now, Liverpool is 42 points, game in hand. Game in hand doesn't really mean anything, right? You could win, you could lose, you don't know. But let's look at the table as it is. Liverpool 42 points. Next person, Aston Villa 42 points. Mm-hmm. Next person, Man City 40 points. Next person, Arsenal 40 points. Next person, Tottenham 39 points. Right?
Yeah,
it's open. There's no clear person.
After Tottenham, who is next?
West Ham 33 points.
Oh, they are far off.
Right. They're a bit far off, right? Even though they have a game in hand, but they're still quite far, right?
Yeah.
It's between those five. Between those five is really tough, right?
Really tight. If like you said, if you lose one, you become fourth. Arsenal was first.
They were first
last week.
Now they are fourth. Right? Now they are fourth. So that's how close the title race is, right? It's open. It's really open. So everybody's still in it. Once people come back from injuries, I think it will get even tougher. So
I'm not ruling the person I'm watching out for seriously is Tottenham. I'm watching out. People are not looking at them, but I'm keeping my eyes on them. I watch every of their games because this guy, Postecoglou, you see, that's the thing. See, Postecoglou is a title-winning manager. You know, I know when I see a title-winning manager. If Postecoglou was in charge of Arsenal this season, I'll be tipping Arsenal to win the league with that team that they have.
Yes.
Imagine Postecoglou handling that Arteta's team. In that Fulham's game, the way it went so dull and one thing about
Postecoglou, they ran out of ideas. Like Arsenal ran out of ideas. Yeah.
Exactly. Postecoglou always bring, like, I know he has a style of play of attack, but you notice something. Sometimes they intentionally sit back. People have not noticed this, but I've noticed it. He intentionally sits back. All of them retreat back just to make the other team have the ball so that they can have space to and immediately they get that ball.
They're fast on the counter.
Son on this side, full speed. When you mean full speed, Brendan Johnson, terrible full speed on the right hand side. Before you know it, your box 18.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And through the middle, you just see them flying.
Yeah.
Right. So I've noticed that in like 2 or 3 games. The last few games is done. Is the last few games where they intentionally all of them retreats. Yeah. I know he's all out. People say he's all out attack, but I don't think so. Sometimes he intentionally retreats before he starts to attack you again. He does that counter attack. Right? He did it against Bournemouth today.
Yeah.
Where he sat back. Like for 5 minutes, all of them just came back, sat back, and they hit Bournemouth on the counter. 2 of the goals he scored was space behind.
Yeah.
It's not their full-on attack mode they were in. Counter attack they used to score Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Right? So Postecoglou is a title-winning manager, so I'm so weary about him. He's won. I know people might say it doesn't matter, but he's won titles in Japan. He's won titles in Scotland.
Yeah.
Right? But it matters a lot. People don't understand this thing.
It matters a lot. It takes a kind of mindset, mentality.
Now, another
set up a team.
Yeah, so that's it. So Klopp, he's a title-winning manager too. He's won titles. Guardiola, title-winning manager.
If Arteta finishes this season and doesn't win any trophy, do you think he had a bad season? Because I've heard
a terrible season. If
he doesn't win something.
In his first season, he won the FA Cup. That's because he came up against his peer. which was Lampard. Yeah.
True.
Do you know the funny thing? In that game, Arsenal didn't deserve. I know Arsenal fans might come at me for this one, but Arsenal didn't deserve to even win that FA Cup that they won under Arteta, because they were not the better team on that day. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they won, right?
Yeah.
Lampard tactically is not very, but they even played better than Arsenal. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That said, that's the only trophy Arteta has won. But my own thinking is, if he does not win this league title, you know what he needs to win?
Champions League.
He needs to win the Champions League. I know people will say, "Oh, get out of here."
No. I completely agree.
That's what he needs to win right now, not another FA Cup. Champions League. And that will shut all of us up. Like, we'll all keep quiet.
That he has what it takes.
But the thing is that it's harder. There's only one club in London with Champions League. Come on, Chelsea. Come on,
it's hard.
Why only 2 Champions League in London? Only from Chelsea, right?
It's
right.
Hard.
So that's it. So he needs to win the Champions League. Funny enough, worst case scenario, he needs to win the FA Cup if it's that bad.
At least.
But he can't even win the FA Cup because his first match is Liverpool. He's probably going to be evicted his first game.
I mean, let's not say that.
Okay.
I don't want to jinx the game. Let's see what happens.
But I'm not jinx. Okay, let's
see what happens.
Let's not jinx it.
Let's see what happens.
He will lose that game. Yes, because who is he going to use? He's going to use the same Saka, Martinelli, all of them that are tired. Same people and play the same style. Klopp is probably going to use Klopp kids.
Yeah. Klopp. Yeah, I don't know. Klopp is just, I don't understand him. Sometimes I wonder what goes through his head.
Like a mental case.
sometimes I say this man is insane. But then when the things work out, I'm like, okay, I didn't see that working out the way I thought it to work out. Like,
but it's all about mentality, right? Even in the Klopp kids. It's instinct. And if Arsenal currently don't have any kids.
Yes, like Arsenal, that's even a question. What of your academy boys? I don't see them bringing young boys, trying them out, at least run around. They need to start looking deep into the academy and bring some people, because
Guardiola
you can't buy everybody. You can't buy everybody.
Bob.
Yeah.
Oscar Bob came in against Sheffield.
Yeah.
Grealish was behaving in a snake-like behavior.
Yeah.
Not behaving like someone that will be productive.
He's the one that made the pass to Foden, right?
He removed Grealish and brought in Oscar Bob.
Yeah.
I was so shocked with the pass Oscar Bob gave through 3 people.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, who is this guy? But he's from the academy.
Yeah. Because you cannot buy everybody. You cannot just be buying. Sometimes
so imagine
the academy.
Imagine Guardiola bringing people from academy to freshen things up.
Man. Yeah. Guardiola is doing that. Aston Villa.
So do you think Arteta should look into his academy?
I think so. He needs to look into his academy. I think the biggest thing is this. If I'm Arteta, I need depth. I need squad depth. That's the biggest thing. I need to find people that can replace people, right? I need new ideas. I can't keep playing this style of play I keep playing all the time, where everybody knows what I'm going to do. Overload the wings, cut back. I can't keep doing that all the time. I need to be more direct, a little bit more direct, right? Not just until dying minute I start doing all of this, giving energy, emergency. No, from the first time you start with energy, very direct, right? And then when you're in the game, you're winning, you can start passing.
But one thing is that you cannot have, like, the energy you are talking about. You can't do it week in, week out with the same 11, where he's not rotating.
True.
Those front men, he's not rotating any of them.
He doesn't even have enough attackers, to be fair.
Does he have a backup for Saka?
Actually, who comes in for, if Saka is not there, who comes in for Saka? Who plays there? I think maybe somebody like maybe Martinelli, no, not Martinelli, Jesus can move to that side, right? Or who plays there? I don't know the Arsenal squad. I don't know the Arsenal squad like that. But yeah, that's a good question. If Saka doesn't
the funny thing is that Chelsea even has a better bench than Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal, they don't have a bench. They actually don't have a bench. On
the bench for Chelsea Luton, We had Sterling on the bench.
Wow.
We had Nkunku on the bench. We had but the bench of Chelsea was.
But do you think that
we had Modric on the bench?
Yeah. Do you think that Raya signing was necessary? Do you think he needed Raya? Or he could have just kept Ramsdale?
Till today, he should have used that money for something better.
I still feel like that
Get a winger.
That Raya purchase wasn't really necessary.
He went and got a second winger to Saka. Once in a while, let Saka warm the bench.
Yeah.
Let him have a view from the bench side.
Resting.
Like sometimes the view from the bench is good for players. Spark up their imagination.
Because Saka is getting
when
stale,
they kept Grealish for 3 games on the bench, when he came back on his starting lineup, he had a new perspective because he looked at the game several times. This is what this guy is doing.
This is what I need to do. Yeah,
I could do this.
I could start ahead of me.
Then you come up with fresh. Are you telling me that Grealish is not scared of his starting position with Doku? Even Oscar Bob now is even chasing him. Oscar Bob came in and gave one kind of crazy pass. Are you thinking Grealish is not scared? Saka needs another person even better than him on that wing.
Yeah.
That will give something different. We all know what Saka is going to do.
Or Trossard can play there. Does Trossard play right wing?
No, not really. Left.
Mostly left.
But Trossard can play right.
But Trossard from Brighton has really not done much though. Because Trossard at Brighton.
That is because Arteta keeps using Martinelli. Even when Trossard comes in and plays well, you see. So that's a discouragement. Why don't you start Trossard?
I think Trossard deserves to start.
Yeah, start Trossard, Gabriel Jesus and Saka. Do you get bench Martinelli for 1 game at least? Let him have a fresh perspective.
Even Saka can be rested.
They bench Gabriel Jesus in this match. Maybe it will have a fresh perspective, but it didn't help them.
But also,
Nketiah will not help.
Jesus is too injury prone. He's too injury prone. Before you know it,
maybe that's why they even
picks up so many knocks. He's injured. He's out for a long time. I think that's just a big problem with Gabriel Jesus. At least for me, that's my problem with him. But in terms of finishing, in terms of scoring, I think Jesus is good. He's a very good 9. I think he's okay. I always say world class. I think he's decent. Decent is the word.
You don't win titles with a decent forward. No, it's never happened. You don't win titles with a decent forward. Go and check. Haaland is not a decent forward.
World class.
Maybe what Arsenal
maybe Arsenal should get to
You know the person Arsenal needs. Guess the person I'm thinking of. As from a fresh perspective. Just guess.
From which team? Who is the player playing for?
I won't tell you the team. It's from a team outside of England.
A forward, a 9.
Forward. He's a forward.
What league?
He can play as a 9. He can
what
play
league?
What league? Just fresh perspective. If I tell you the league, you get it. Fresh perspective.
This is a world-class player.
World class. Babanla world class.
Left crazy. The only person that goes to my mind is Mbappe.
Go all out and get Mbappe. Put him in that front. They will know that you are serious. Are you telling me Mbappe in that front will not make a difference?
Mbappe at least get 30 goals. Arsenal scored at least a season. At least 30 goals.
What's 30? Mbappe will get 40.
At least. Mbappe in the Arsenal.
You want to spice things up? Mbappe. Put Mbappe, Martinelli, Saka. Or you want to just keep Jesus there. Let Martinelli be on the bench to get a fresh perspective.
Yeah, Mbappe one side.
Mbappe on that left.
Yeah. Mbappe.
Are you telling me he will not tear teams?
No, he'll play. Man, Mbappe will cook people.
Will cook people. Cook people raw.
I agree. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. All this while I've just always thought, based on my outlook of Arsenal squad last season, they did so well with Gabriel Jesus, right? They scored goals, right? So in my mind, I didn't think they really need a 9 because obviously they have Jesus. In Jesus
And
squad.
Mbappe is free.
Oh, he didn't
But
sign a new contract.
can they convince Mbappe? I don't think so.
I mean, Saudi almost offered him the deal of a lifetime and he did not go, right? Only God knows. We all know where Mbappe wants to go to. Everybody is, yeah, we all know it's Real Madrid. So he will end up going there. They will still come for their boy. So,
but there's a rumor going around that Liverpool too is considering Liverpool.
Mbappe?
Oh, yes, you're surprised.
I don't know.
That's a possibility for him too. If he doesn't go to Real Madrid, that's a team.
I see
that's a team he could play for.
Yeah, he could play for Liverpool because of how Klopp plays, right? But I don't know if I want Mbappe in my team. I'm just being honest. Because I don't
spoil the dynamics of the team.
Spoil the dynamics of the team, right? I don't want somebody coming into the squad, but then again, Mbappe Salah one side or more.
And die.
Deadly. Deadly.
Who are you going to
Mbappe Salah Nunes. Mbappe Salah Nunes. That's what we need. Mbappe Salah Nunes. I want to see you people stop us in Champions
League. You know what I even prefer? Mbappe Salah Jota.
Ah, my God. That's the end. Mbappe Salah Jota. Clinical, 3 of them. Each person will get like 20 goals.
No defense.
Each person will get 20 goals. It will be
or should Arsenal go and buy Jota from Liverpool?
Do you know what I think? This is going to be controversial. Now, just hear me out. It's going to be controversial. I know people will not agree with me. But there's one winger, right, that can start ahead of Saka in the Arsenal squad.
In the Arsenal squad?
That inside the head of Saka if they buy him, right? He's not in the Arsenal squad. He's in Wolves, from Wolves. Wangi-chan. They should go and buy
really good form.
Wangi-chan will give them goals. I'm not joking. Like, Wangi-chan, right? The goals he has scored this season. You need to, and maybe you go and watch his highlights this season.
No, I've been watching Wolves now.
That guy is clinical.
Really good.
His composure.
He has 10 goals this season now.
He has
10 goals this season.
Is it 10? I don't know if it's 10 goals.
I think it's 10 or 9.
Maybe 10 goals and assists, maybe 10. But
10 contributions.
Yeah, contributions. But he's clean. He's so clinical when he finishes, when he scores and stuff. Like, that is the kind of guy you want on your wing, right? You want somebody like Wangi-chan in your squad. I think he would really, 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 really ginger things for Arsenal. But I mean, obviously they won't go for him, so they will go for Ivan Toney at the end of the day. But let's go back to the table, right? And just wrap up the conversation. What are you thinking in terms of the bottom of the table? Right, we've talked about the top of the table is tight. Bottom of the table too is just as competitive as well. Everybody's fighting to get out of that relegation zone. Luton lost against Chelsea. If they had won, that would have taken them out of the relegation zone. Put them and put Everton down into that zone, right? But they lost. But they still have a game in hand, so it's still theirs to take, right? But do you still feel Sheffield, Burnley, Luton will go down like you initially think? And if you don't think
I feel Luton would be saved. I keep having that.
Who will go in place of Luton if they are saved?
To be honest with you, the person that deserves to go down. No, okay, I won't say deserves because they've never gone down, right? But they've been escaping going down on the last day for the last 3 seasons.
Who, Everton?
But they might be saved. They might be saved this season. But you know what I'm now thinking? Brentford has not been Brentford.
Because if they lose Tony in January, do you think they will survive?
I don't think Tony wants to go. I think he wants to stay back and help them. Right, but I just feel I've watched like the last 3 games. They've had like five straight losses or 6 straight losses now, and it's unlike Bournemouth, unlike Brentford. They are close to the relegation fights. 1 more loss. But the thing with Brentford is that they have a lot of injuries too. Right, it's not an excuse, but at the same time, it's an excuse. But do you think Brentford could go down? I know it's so controversial. People might shout.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't know.
Because now
Just
Crystal Palace and
yeah.
Fulham have picked up points
But
to move away.
Crystal Palace, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Crystal Palace and Brentford, they've won the same number of games, to be fair. The only thing that is saving them is Crystal Palace drew some games. It's not like they've been that good.
Good.
It's
You're
not like they've
right.
been that good. But yeah, Brentford has definitely been losing points. But Crystal Palace, they've not really been doing well as well compared to like the people like close to them. Because Bournemouth, Fulham, Wolves,
Mm,
Chelsea, Newcastle, those teams are not going anywhere, right? Those teams are playing well. So
mm.
it's left the relegation fight really is going to be between who will go
Crystal
down.
Palace,
Crystal Palace,
Brentford,
Brentford,
Everton.
Everton. Even Nottingham Forest, yes, they have this new coach, right? But is he going to be consistent? Right? Is he going to be
You know
consistent?
what I think? Out of the next 10 games, he might get 7 wins. And that
Depending
will
on who
be
is
enough to
playing,
save
right?
him.
Depending on who is
No,
playing.
new manager bounce. The way Nuno is setting them up with plus new manager bounce,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to get results. I'm
Mm.
serious. People might find it funny, but he's won 2 now out of 3,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
New manager bounce is usually 10 games. If he wins
Yeah.
7 of the
Mm-hmm.
next 10, he's saved.
True.
They don't go down.
True.
Do you get
True.
5 more wins to the ones he
Mm-hmm.
has now? That's 15 points.
Yeah.
To what he has,
Wait,
15
if
plus
you win 7 games, that's like 21 points, right?
21 in
Yeah,
total.
yeah. That's like
To what they
41.
have
That will
currently. That's
Yeah, that will
41 he's saved now.
save him, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it
So
just
that's
needs
what
like
I'm.
7 games, oh. Win seven
Yeah,
games and you're fine.
yeah. And he showed now for the first 3 games that he can win games.
Yeah, yeah. And the
So
mentality is different. There's a calmness about
I
Nottingham Forest
I,
too.
I feel Luton will be saved. I keep having the feeling they will be saved. They are hardworking. I saw the way they play Chelsea, but maybe it's not
They
just
could
good
have come
enough.
back
But
in that game, though. They could
yeah,
have come back in the Chelsea
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the thing is that out of these 3 teams, Everton are putting a good run, but now they've lost in their last 3 games.
yeah.
So they're starting to slide down
Slide down,
again,
yeah, yeah.
right? Sheffield would be relegated.
Oh, for sure, for sure. They're like
Nothing
nine
is.
9 points after like 20 games. You just have 9 points. Nah, they're
But you
going.
never can tell. Newcastle was saved. You remember? People also said this about Newcastle. Oh, Newcastle are going down. This.
Nah, Sheffield is
Yeah,
going down.
when this guy took over, it was almost the same thing now.
Mm,
Then they
I
they
know.
they they did not have any win,
Mm,
right?
mm-hmm.
But that said, I know Sheffield is going down. Burnley is going down,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Because of he doesn't want to change his style of play.
I don't
So
know. I don't know how I feel about Vincent Company, but that's a different conversation.
yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe Luton goes down, but
yeah.
maybe Crystal Palace too.
I say,
Because
I would say, let me see how the next 7 games go.
2 games.
Right.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
next
for us
seven
to
games.
decide.
I think in the next 7 games, if any of them don't start picking up points, even if it's draw, even if it's 1 point, pick up even 1 point, 3 points, 1 point, 3 points. If they keep dropping points, most of them, I think it will be clearer who is going down. To be more clearer in the next 7 games who is going down.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, great conversations though. Great conversations.
yeah,
Thank you guys
yeah.
for listening to another episode of our podcast. Lots of interesting conversations as we're entering into the new year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year in advance. Yeah.
Yeah. So we see how a lot of the other games in match week 20 go. I know some people have
Yeah,
not played 20 match week 20. We see how the other
yeah.
games go. And we'll see, the next half of the league. We'll see what happens in the next half of the Premier League. Yeah, hopefully we will know soon who are the true title contenders. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
Champions League episodes 2 will come because obviously Champions League will come back in February. And yeah, we'll have more conversations, and also the AFCON is happening. So lots
yeah.
of conversation with that. Hopefully some countries go far
And
in
the
the AFCON.
Asian Cup too.
Asian Cup is also happening as well. But
Yeah,
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 different things to talk about. But in our next episode, we'll talk about the rest of the games played for match week 20. Talk about the table again as things will change in the table, right? And
yeah.
yeah, more to come. Definitely more to come as games are being played. Yeah. So make sure you guys, listen to our full episodes and some of our videos on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the notification to get notified when we post and upload our
Post
videos.
videos. Yeah.
And
Also share.
also
If you
share.
like our content, also share. Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen to us on Spotify. On Spotify. Which other platforms are we on?
Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts as well. So
yeah.
thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.